And from one startup to another, today we're going to be joined by the management of Kaar Tech, which is a company that has actually expanded its digital transformation footprint, and they have acquired a solution, Dunn Solutions Group Inc, and they are expanding their furthermore in terms of the portfolio. Now, what does this mean for the company? What is their path to profitability? What is their growth strategy? We're joined by Maran Nagarajan, who's joining with us this evening to talk to us about the company and this acquisition and what it means for them. Maran, thank you so much for joining in with us this evening on ET Now. And I'm going to start by this acquisition, right? Which they've acquired a US-based firm, which is Dunn Solutions. Could you talk to us about the deals and what are the factors that are coming into play here?
Thank you very much for this moment. Truly appreciate it. See, the primary objective for Kaartech's acquisition is to expand in the Western markets. See, historically, Kaartech has been pretty strong in the Middle East geography, and now we are expanding in the Europe and also in USA. So this strengthens our position and presence in the American market, North American market. That's the primary objective, and that's the strategic reason why we are going for this acquisition. The second important reason why we are going for this acquisition in the North American geography is to expand Kaartech's digital portfolio. The company, Dunn Solutions, is predominantly in the digital commerce space. It's in the digital marketing and also in data analytics space. So this is the primary. And the third reason that we are doing this is for the customer acquisition. As I mentioned to you earlier also, this is predominantly about the customer acquisition. So Kaartech gets an access to almost more than 50 customers who are all marquee customers, $1 billion and above kind of customers. And that's a major addition to the Kaartech's customer portfolio. So these are the strategic reasons, and these are the thought processes involved, Vinny.
Right, Maran, one more thing I want to understand that, apart from this SAP-led technology acquisition, are there some other technology that you would be looking at? Is that something that you are finding interesting, that's piquing your interest as of now?
That's a fantastic question. Yes, you're right. This target, this potential Dunn Solutions also, they do a lot in the SAP OEM space as well, but predominantly they are OEM agnostic. Now, OEM agnostic, when I say digital commerce is the predominant theme with which they operate, and it could be with multiple OEMs. It could be BigCommerce, it could be Liferay, it could be SAP Hybris. So there could be multiple platforms using which, or even Adobe. So multiple platforms using which they offer the customer digital commerce solutions to the customers, and predominantly on the CX space, customer experience space. And if you look at it from the Kaartech's perspective, when it comes to the digital space and the digital commerce space and the customer experience space, Kaartech also wants to break free from this OEM dependency or the OEM theme alone. So we are getting also OEM agnostic in this digital solution space, Vinny.
Maran, so do we expect any more acquisitions or anything in the pipeline that you have now?
I would like to add a little bit more on the previous question as well, because most of the time the spend today is going in the direction of the digital space and the customer acquisitions, in the customer experience space. So in that sense, it is just not merely the core ERP that gives us the footing at the customer place, but also this new age digital technologies, how we can add to the customer experience of our customers. That makes a huge difference for them, and that becomes the starting point in any conversation with any customer. So this augments our capability in that space. So that's a major addition. And coming back to the next acquisition, yes, Kaartech is on the lookout for the next acquisition as well, but that may not happen in the immediate next 12 months or so. But within the next 12 to 24 months, we will be looking at the next potential acquisition as well. That too, mostly in the digital space and most likely in the data space.
Now, what piques the interest of investors or anyone looking to invest in a startup is always the path to profitability. So, talk to us about the growth outlook you have as your company and the path to profitability for the company in the next couple of years.
See, Kaartech per se is a profitable company historically. So for the past decade or so, we have been profitable, and we will continue to remain profitable. We are not losing cash per se as a company, so we will remain profitable for sure. That's the one. And the second thing is about the growth prospects. This year, especially the Western markets has been a difficult geography. Everybody knows most of the IT services companies are really struggling in the top line growth. But however, overall as a company, Kaartech will more than 20 to 25% in terms of the top line addition for this financial year FY24 also. So that kind of that tells us that we are growing higher than the market rate.
So just but more in terms of that, what is the segment that the company is looking at in terms of a digital transformation? What is the company targeting now?
See, the most important areas which are having maximum traction that we see in the market is also the BPM space. Apart from the data analytics, data visualization spectrum, another space that is seeing maximum traction is in the BPM, business process management, where the services like companies like ServiceNow are having a very drastic growth. And there is also robotic process automation, which happens. That is also we are seeing a lot of traction because historically the custom applications or the core applications have been largely automated. So what remains in a large organization to add on to the productivity and the efficiency is the loosely coupled manual transactions or the manual interventions that needs a very specific automation. That's what we call as process automation and business process management. And there I see a lot of traction happening. That is one space. The second most important theme, there is enormous traction that is happening in the customer places in the AI ML. So wherever in every vertical, in every horizontal, wherever there is an AI ML use case, customers are very eager to see if that can be embedded into their digital transformation roadmap. So what use cases can we deploy? When we talk about AI ML, it is a very fractured market. There is no one application or one solution that answers all the questions. It is largely a bespoke solution for a particular customer, for a particular pain area, for a particular business case, use case that we need to deploy that solution and customize that solution. So that is gaining a lot of traction, and we are seeing lots of conversations in that space as well. So these are the large major trends, I would say. So one is the AML, data side, and BPM, business process management, and robotic process automation. So these are all the areas which are getting maximum traction in the market, Vinny.
Okay, Maran, thank you so much for joining with us this evening on ET Now, giving us an understanding on the company and obviously giving us some highlights and sneak peek of what we should be expecting from the future of the company. Thank you so much, Maran.